So I got the Supra done, and so we're getting ready to take it for a rip.
We make the strings louder.
What's up, guys? So today I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a quick little vlog, just driving my drift car on the street, because it is street legal. I haven't really driven it on the street in a while, and I'll kind of talk about that a little bit if you guys could hear me in there. But so I'm just gonna drive it into town real quick. I have this. It's like a Logitech. You can see my dirty ass bench over here, just full of shit. But I have this Logitech thing, and it's like a 5.1 surround sound. So I have to have this little splitter, you know, it's supposed to go into like or the sound card. And so anyhow, I have this one little one dangling on it, and I have these two, you know, so right now I have 3 speakers, one there, and one there, and they all sound pretty decent. But I used to have this in my basement, and it used to be my old setup. So I've had that set up for like 5 years, but I want to get this hooked up again. Best Buy has another little splitter, so I'm going to go get that. And so yeah, I'm basically just going to drive it into town and film the process, and then maybe I'll show you how that sounds. I was gonna put those other speakers, maybe like one over there, and then maybe like one up there, or maybe like a 300-foot cable, and then put it over there. So when I'm doing body work on the Supra, but yeah, drift cars outside. If you guys seen on my Snapchat, I was already driving around. I went to Walmart and I picked up some stuff, but yeah, now I'm gonna drive it into town, which is a further drive. Oh, and I got gas in it too, but. So yeah, maybe I'll put the Snapchat little thing on there too, even though the last time I said I was going to put the Snapchat thing on there, I didn't put the Snapchat thing on there. So yeah, the drift car's all warmed up. I already was out ripping it, but yeah, so when I'm on the highway, it shakes a little bit, and you know, the steering wheel, just on account of all the Ackerman, and there's no wheel weights or anything like that. You can see my little Walmart purchase earlier, and yeah, I already got gas in it. But yeah, headlights, taillights, blinkers, all that stuff works. So and we got a license plate, I got insurance, got registration. It's been street legal for a long time, so look at that. Current plates, loud as shit, but yeah, we're losing daylight. Couple minutes of footy on here. This thing's kind of bouncing around a little bit, and I don't really want to break it. But let me turn that guy off, pull it down. Yeah, the back of this thing, it like broke on the bottom. This is a camera I always film with. It's an AX33. But yeah, driving this thing on the street is pretty fucking awesome. It's super loud. I mean, I'm saying like daily driver, like there's no way you could daily drive this shit without being like kind of maybe pissed off, you know, because the cage is in the way, the brakes with the brake booster delete, they're really, I mean, you really got to get on them, especially in traffic and stuff. It's loud, the tranny whines, the diff whines, the steering wheel shakes, there's no heater, there's no AC, yeah, but I mean, with a different steering angle setup on here, it would definitely feel a lot better. Yeah, just the way it sounds is fucking awesome. And I just kind of wanted to drive it on the street just to give myself a little motivation for the whole Supra, because this is basically what it's going to be. It's going to be the 2J with this tranny and everything. Yeah, I just got a thumbs up. That's sweet. Ran into a subscriber. Yeah, that's crazy. Thanks, man. That's funny. Now that I got a Supra, we got people with subscribers that I ran into. That's pretty cool. I do love this transmission. Even though it's sat a little bit further back, it's not as bad as you would think. Make a little bit of noise, huh? You can hear my little blinker just ticking away. The only one thing I wish this thing did have was the fuel gauge. I wish that was hooked up. I mean, I know I got plenty of fuel just because I just filled it up, but you know, most of the time I just get all paranoid just because it's, you know, you don't know what the hell it's at, especially at a drift event. Tell you how many times I've thought about like fucking drifting this shit, and I mean I kind of want to now. Just give her just a little clutch kicky flicky, but I kind of don't want to plow into people or curbs or, you know, make an ass out of myself on the internet, you know. Best Buy now. I'm looking at some of these microphones, trying to figure out what would be a good way to. I had this one, and then Ty stole it for his little, you know, attempt at the motovlogging channel. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably get that one again, see if I can get a little bit of audio. I did the audio on it one time before, and you couldn't really hear it very well on account I had the window open. So I think I'm gonna attempt to put like a sock or something on it, but yeah, now I need to see if I could find any of that head foam splitter shit. So they have a couple of them. They have this little that splitter, and then they got one that splits it into 5. So I think I'm gonna maybe get the 5 because I was gonna get one that splits it into 2. But my other one, like that thing right there, is it always falls out of my phone. So I'll probably get these 2 things for fun. I also think I'm gonna pick up one of these memory cards because they ran out of memory on the way over here on the little handy head cam, so I'm gonna try that. I also thought about getting something like this, something that gets like a digital little in your like pocket digital camera, just on account of SEMA is kind of a pain in the ass because there's a bunch of shit. But something like that small would be super nice. Sony makes it cool, and I'll probably just end up buying that on the internet though. See how good my night shot works. But yeah, so I got the little, I got to delete. I'm just formatting the new memory card because I needed a new one for this guy anyhow. I've been running out of shit, running out of space, and so yeah, I needed a little extra one, so I figured I'd buy that now. But yeah, so I'm just loading this thing in there, and I'm gonna get some more head cam footage for you guys. Oh yeah, you guys can't see shit, probably. Maybe once I turn this shit on. But I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house. He has a Mark IV Supra, and he has like a little ECU situation he wants me to look at because he's like has an FCON and then wants to delete the FCON and put like a tuned ECU in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive over there. I tried to set up like a local car meet on Facebook, so we'll see if anybody responds to that. Then we might go do that. If not, I'm gonna go back to the shop and work on my shit. Thought about doing some parking lot drifts, but I don't want to be too much of an asshole. Maybe we'll go out behind and do like a little flick of the wrist or something. headlights are like pointed at the sky. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this shit out on the interstate. Everybody always like sleeps in this hydrant here. So you can pretty much always just like go right here. Get right up on the interstate. This thing out on the interstate and shit, I don't even know how long. Should be on your drift car, like driving your drift car out on the street and texting. Well, I'm not texting, I'm just looking at my GPS. I really need to find a place to mount this. If I go like this and then I stick it up there, it's kind of like a heads-up display. Brightness, but yeah, if I stuck it right there, look at that. I got me a heads-up display, almost. It actually doesn't drive too bad on the interstate. I've always wanted to drift this shit right here. I know that probably wouldn't be in my best interest, but it's like a really tight little guardrail thing right here. How many people thought I was gonna go for it? Kind of feel like an ass. My headlights are kind of pointed up right now on account. I used to have them kind of aimed decent until I ran into a wall and it broke all the shit. So now they're like zip tied in there. I actually need to buy a new set. But kind of loud, kind of clunky. So I got the Supra done, and so we're getting ready to take it for a rip. No, this isn't mine. This is my buddy's. We're I'm just kind of over here helping him try to figure out a little issue. This is what'd you say? Like 1 of 5?
No, I'm just
oh, you're teasing me. So it's what year is it?
93 Premier.
It's a 93 Premier, and it's Baltic blue, and it has this pretty little. It's got the tan. It's got a little Premier deal right there. But anyhow, so I'll show you what we were kind of. I was helping him with. He had a HKS F-Con on here before, and so he was just trying to see what stuff, because he was switching over to a G-Force. But after talking to him, I think we might end up going back to this other thing, because he was having an issue with the car, and you know, it could have been the ECU, could have not. But so, are you thinking about going back to the stock or to the F-Con?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely think about it. It makes perfect sense.
Look at that cup holder solution. That's I like that. I'm gonna steal that idea. Hey, sell me this interior.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, I need it. But yeah, so we were kind of. So what do you think initially blew the motor, or was it just low compression on it? Long time ago. When you initially
a long
rebuilt
time
it.
ago, you know, you can see the turbo over there, obviously.
Oh yeah.
That's what caused that.
Well yeah. So this turbo kind of said Bartle do, and it sent a bunch of shrapnel through the engine, and then
Destroyed piston number 1
yep,
half.
destroyed piston, and then so they rebuilt it, put it back in, and then had another issue with it, and then so now it's currently kind of hurt again. So it's kind of over here helping them with that. So it's not currently up and running right now, but it will be shortly. And this thing has like 75,000 miles on it. Super clean.
75,000 chassis.
And I was trying to buy it from him, but he doesn't want to sell it to me. He's got the JDM glass headlights, which I really like. But yeah, so hopefully this thing will be coming together here soon. He has the Vilside side skirts on it, the little thing in the back. I really like that piece. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the side skirts, but yeah, I like the 96 tails too. But yeah, seeing a Supra all together just makes me kind of happy. But excited to get mine done. Another reason why driving this thing around on the street is a pain in the ass is just because the clutch. The clutch is really like touchy, you know, and then it kind of changes whether it's hot or whether it's cold. So if it's cold, it's kind of easy. If it's hot, it's super grippy, and it just like, I mean, you almost like stall it at the light. It's kind of nice having the e-brake though, because I can hold myself you know, back is kind of like a little, you know, like a starting brake or whatever. And but yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm one of those people that like doesn't notice a lot of shit when I'm driving. So like if somebody's like driving a car around and they're like, oh, I was fucking breaking everybody's neck and shit, I drive around in this thing and I literally feel like nobody notices me. And they're just like, oh, that's a fucking loud car, and that's it. But like nobody's like, other than the subscribers that I seen earlier. But I mean, it's just not one of them things. People are like taking pictures of you or anything because they don't know what the fuck it is. They're just like, what's this asshole doing in this fucking loud ass car? I don't know when it's my top. No. Another thing that sucks is that I have the windshield brow on it from the Pro-Am. So if you're like really close to a stoplight, you don't know. You just don't know. I tell you what though, this thing, like this whole engine tranny setup, I think is going to be an absolute blast in the Supra though. Even though the Supra's going to weigh a little bit more, I'm not sure what my drift car weighs, but I know it's just going to be fucking awesome. Just the way it sounds and how fast it spools. And there we go with the clutch. I wish somebody came up in like a Z06 Corvette or something like that. That'd be kind of funny to get a little race in. Here, the tranny. But I would get stuck at pretty much every stoplight so far. Hear the clutch chattering and doing all kinds of... Sixth gear, it's not bad. It just kind of cruises, which is nice. You can actually hear a little bit of shit, but it's definitely quieter now with the JZ in it than it was with the LS. And I don't even have my speedo on right now. I don't know how fast I'm going. I feel like I'm going about 55. That's the speed limit. One of the other things would be is getting in and out of it is just because the roll cage. I mean, you gotta open the door. This cage is actually pretty easy to get out of. Thanks Hanksville for that. But yeah, so normally I just grab right here with my right arm and I just pull myself up, and pretty much the same thing when I'm getting in. So it's not too bad. I just throw that in there, and grab here, and then I slide in. So it's not too bad. Getting in the passenger side is a lot more awkward. You could kind of do your left hand too, or to grab in there. But it's definitely not as bad doing it that way. You're coming out of the driver's side. So now that we're back at the shop, I guess we'll just open up this little insignia thing. I think it looks kind of weak. I don't know, it just looks kind of small. It's kind of interesting compared to the other thing, but maybe it'll actually plug into my phone. This other thing I had to I had to file it down, like on the end. See right there? So we just go right here. We go boop, boop, and then we grab another one. Take all the tape off of it because I didn't want it. If you like plug that shit in, it's all goobered up with tape slime. You read my movie? Okay. Okay.
You won't go in there.
Yeah, probably won't. Yeah, all clean.
The rare glimpse of a female in your shop.
Hey, do you think this is gonna sound dope?
How much did you pay for it?
$20. No, but I gotta get, because way underneath there, there's a, well, not way underneath there, underneath there, there's that little subwoofer thing. So I have to take these guys, take this little card and hook it up in there. But yeah, so I'm kind of thinking about putting one like right here, because I think the cord will be long enough to like right there, and then another one, I think I might be able to reach up, at least up there somewhere. I'd like to do one right there and one right there. That'd be dope. I think it'll sound a lot better in here. For shits and giggles, I don't know how well you guys... Oh, look at that. Some Taylor Swift shit on there. We'll get on my thing. We'll watch some advertisements. This is playing through the shit. You probably won't be able to hear how dope... We'll listen to my intro in here, though. That's what we'll do, since that's going to be my movie anyhow. Certified pre-owned BMW. Wait,
When's the Supra gonna be finished? It's only been
Why isn't it done in 3 weeks?
It's only been...
Make the strings louder.
So that's probably how it's gonna sound. Maybe. No copyright sounds, and we'll play some of this shit. And I don't have that all the way up either, because I don't like to blow shit. But so yeah, I thought you guys might not even be able to hear the difference in that, but I'll be able to tell you whether I hear a difference or not. And primarily not in this area, but when I'm like on that side of the shop over there. So that's gonna be the test. So I got that guy right there. Got this one over here, but a good little where my old paint cabinet used to go. Wiggling over here. Think it squeak it in. So yeah, now we have audio. Uh-oh, I got a phone. Alright, so this is without everything else. Just the speakers over there. Alright, plug it in. Unplug it. So I didn't have, I don't know, I guess maybe only these guys right here were working previously, because that one wasn't working. And I thought the orange was going to go to the little side guys over there, but it didn't. So anyhow, the black one, so I've had the black and the green plugged in forever. So I guess this middle one hasn't even been working. So now I got 3 extra speakers. But yeah, hopefully you guys could hear a little bit of the difference in there. I could definitely tell there's more like the treble or like the voices and, you know, the lows over here. Not the lows, the higher sounds over here. But I figured it'd be working a little bit further away. I'd like a little bit more sound. I like to be able to hear it a little bit more clear. So that's, yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, that's pretty much just driving this thing on the street. It's pretty loud. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I feel like it draws a lot of attention just because of how loud it is. I don't know. Like I was saying a little bit in there, I feel like when I drive stuff, nobody cares what I'm driving. Like I could be driving like a bright pink Lamborghini and nobody would look at me, and that's just kind of how I feel. But you know, if one of your friends was driving a bright pink Lamborghini, you know, everybody in the world would be snapping pictures and all that other shit of them. But yeah, so I feel like it doesn't get a whole lot of attention on the street, but until you go like ripping past somebody and they're like, oh, that fucking asshole, you know, it's all loud and shit. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a kind of turn it more into a street setup. Do, you know, just like as a temporary deal, throw a different pair of knuckles on the front, actually get the tires balanced, put a limited slip in it so that when you're driving around in parking lots, it's not like just chirping everywhere. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But so that's originally the reason why I kind of wanted the 1J car, was just so I could cruise it around, and you know, if I wanted, I could do a donut in a parking lot. And I ended up doing a lot of those, and it was a lot of fun. And then you know, it just kind of, it was easier to just drive my Saab all the time, just because it's just my Saab. But yeah, this thing's definitely a lot of fun. But I wouldn't really want to drive it daily for sure, or you know, really anywhere of a distance. Going back to that, I thought it'd be kind of cool if somebody ever did some sort of like a traveling drift competition, you know, kind of like drag week, how you take the drag cars and then you drive them like 1,100 miles in like 5 days at like 5 or 4 different tracks. I thought that'd be pretty cool to do with like a drift car. The bad thing is, you know, and you'd actually have to drive it to the drift car, to the track, do a drift competition, tandem competition, and then just continue and then see who's left at the end of it all. But I thought that'd be kind of cool. I wish somebody'd do something like that, or maybe I'll do something like that eventually. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's about going to wrap it up for this week. As far as you know, the MotionAutoTv Monday didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on. I just kind of decided to take that thing. I went and got some stuff at Walmart, and then I was like, you know, maybe I should make a video of actually driving this thing on the street. Because a lot of people don't know that it's actually street legal, and it's been street legal forever. But primarily the reason for that is just so when because in my complex right here on you know, there's a lot of cops that normally hang out kind of around here. So I like to, before a drift event, I like to take it for a pretty big rip, you know, just make sure everything's good. I like to test and tune stuff, fill suspension setups, and you know, drive it to get gas and just do dumb shit. But it's nice to actually have it registered and insured, so that way, if I am ever actually doing something stupid and I get caught, then they can't really, you know, they could tow it, but you know, it's not like it's like an untitled drift car or some shit like that. Like it's got a clean title, it's got registration, insurance, so I could, you know, I'd be like, oh, here's my paperwork, officer. I'm sorry I was being a dick, but you know, where's my ticket, and we'll have a good day. But yeah, so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys probably Thursday, maybe with a super update. Not sure if I'm going to be doing one this week, but be sure to check back for that. And I'm going to enjoy this new little audio setup and continue cleaning up the shop a bit.